Lane's Voice coming to you with another video about natural hair and in particular fine natural hair. So in today's video I am going to show you how I got this bomb ass twist out. I mean, look at this hair on fine natural hair, you guys. Lately I have been normally I do flat twist out, something I call a corn roll out. Now I'm going to do a video about that later. It's where you do a corn roll, and then when you get to the ends, you twist the rest of the way. But because you know, fine natural hair and twist outs, they just sometimes don't come out right. But ever since I did that real protein treatment, my hair has been freaking amazing. That's the only word I can think of to describe it. So this is the definition of my hair. You guys, I didn't use any gel or anything. Look how plump my twists are, which is amazing for fine natural hair. My hair has bounce. My hair has movement. Let me turn around and show you guys all the way around. I'm sitting on my grandson's little chair. Oh my gosh. So that I'm low enough for this video. Because you know I'm still trying to figure out this lighting. So I'm in front of a window. Figured out half the lights in my house are not the right wattage. And maybe that's what my problem is. I don't know. I'm going to change them today. But I wanted to come on and just show you guys that it's possible to have a really nice twist out even with fine natural hair, you guys. And if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. Okay, so I am starting out on freshly washed hair. I washed my hair this morning. I did a deep conditioning this morning. And then when I got done, I used my leave-in condition. I pH balanced it. And if you saw my previous video, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I put a little aloe vera juice in my deep conditioner just to bring the pH down between a 3.5 and a 4. And that's been working for me, and I sealed it with a little avocado oil. So I had some errands to run, so I put my hair in two French braids. Look at this incredible shine on my hair, you guys. Look at that. My hair looks a lot darker. It's actually a dirty brown color, but camera's really not picking that up. Like I told you guys, I'm on my laptop. So now I am just my hair is completely dry. I normally style my hair on damp hair. Set my styles on damp hair, like probably 85 to 90% dry. And I apologize if I'm not quite looking in the camera, but trying to see what I'm doing as well. But look at that. So I think I'm going to do a twist out for tomorrow. But like I said, my hair is dry. And I'm just pulling the corn roll out. See that? And I did a deep conditioning, just using some regular conditioner that I already had. Camille Rose Naturals, the coconut penetrating. And I mixed, you know, just a few drizzles. I don't know if that's a word. Well, it is a word, but in this context, that is. I just put a little bit of the protein treatment in there, the Green Beauty channel, real protein. You can put that in your regular products just to make it a deep conditioner, because that's, you know, since it's penetrating. And I just put a little bit, not as much as you would if you were doing the real protein treatment. But look at that. My hair is super, super strong. Super, super shiny. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking at that. So I am ready to style my hair. So basically what I'm going to do is just split it from ear to ear with my hands like that. I never know where to start my twist out at. And last week I had my hair in a pinup style, and I used twist to do the bangs. And where it started I was like, oh my God, that's where I need to start my twist when I'm doing a twist out, because I just kind of really liked how it fell towards my face. So I'm kind of trying to find that same sweet spot. Uh-oh. That I saw. That's sweet. So let's find that same spot over here. Not trying to rip through my hair. Another thing I found out is when you have, I get single strands knots a lot of times when I am detangling my hair, and hair that's already shed, and as it's coming out, like crabs in a bucket, trying to pull some of this good hair out with it, and it kind of gets tangled. I experienced that today, and what I found is if I comb through it just a little, clean out what's in the comb, and then finish combing through and clean out what's in the comb, not leaving that hair in there while I detangle the whole section, that, that's less hair to have to worry about trying to tangle up with the hair that's left on my head. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to re-wet my hair. This is water, just plain old tap water, mixed with a little aloe vera juice to bring the pH down. This is what I used to style my hair all week. I loved it. It kept my cuticles nice and closed so they weren't raised by just putting regular tap water in there. And I just loved it. So this is what I'm going to do. So just lightly misting my hair. And also making sure that you work that water in to loosen up your hair as opposed to misting and just starting to comb. So like I said, I had my leave-in on earlier, and I did my, filled it with a little avocado oil earlier. Just really trying to make sure I get down in there. Just let that loosen up. Spray my ends just a little bit more. There we go. So look, it's not soaking wet hair, just damp hair. And again, as I've talked about before, some parts I missed right here in the back part. As a fine hair natural, a lot of times with a lot of product on your hair, it weighs your hair down, and the true beauty of what your hair looks like can't really shine through. So I'm going to be twisting my hair up with Aloe Whipped Butter Gel by Camille Rose Naturals. I hope you can see that it's not backwards. And I'm going to seal my ends with some JBCO, Jamaican Black Castor Oil, that I have just in this dispenser bottle. But this right here, so let me give you a comparison. This is a quarter, right? See that? About the size of a quarter, right? And I'm going to take this and do this entire half of my hair, concentrating mainly on my ends, right? And I'm working that through. Just really moisturizing this hair. And then I can tell that, just need a little bit more. And just to show you what a little bit is, see that? That's a dime. So you see that? Just a little bit more on my ends. Because remember, this is a really rich, it has shea butter. And I'm going to do the same thing to this other side. Again, my quarter. See that? That was a little less than the other one, so a little bit more. Concentrating on the ends, rubbing that through. And just really working that in my hair. A little bit on the ends, about a dime size amount. All right. Ooh. So that is really worked in my hair. Now, when I get ready to twist each section, I'm not going to put more product on there. I have enough on there. And it's really important to know that, especially as a fine-haired natural. And now I'm going to take a little bit of my JBCO. It's a little runny, but see, still a quarter size. And this is a really thick oil, right? Mainly concentrating. Trying to work that through the entire section, not so that it's just on the outside. And now I'm going to comb that through a little bit, right? Starting at the ends. And as you're combing your hair, listen to it. You can really tell like that oil is really thick, so it almost, not a drying effect, but almost as if, my hair is dry because it's a little thick. So just spritz it with just a little bit more water just to kind of help me work that through. And I'm going to smooth all that goodness that I just put on my hair, the moisture, the aloe butter gel. Look at that. I'm going to all through my hair, right? And now I'm ready to twist. So and I'm going to start off at the center of my head just because I know it'll give me the bearings for the rest of my hair. Just using some clips, right? And just start sectioning. And I'm going to use a section about this. That small, right? So that this whole part that I just sectioned off will end up being 3. So I just kind of smooth it down. My cuticles are definitely closed. Work that product in just a little bit. And I want my hair to fall towards my face. And so I didn't put any more product on when I start the twist. A lot of times we watch twists and you see the product coming out in between. But for me and my fine hair, I can't do that. All right. And then kind of smooth my ends and twirl just a little bit. Now, one of the things I have been doing, like a lot of times you can set your twist on perm rods. One of the things I've been doing is I spray it with a little bit of water at the end, and instead I take it and I bantu knot it. And the reason why I do that is because you're talking about protecting your ends, right? And in the front, it's hard for me to do it because my hair is a little thinner. And so this, if it comes loose or whatever, you can just put a little bobby pin on the end to kind of hold it. And when it dries, and I'll do that now just to kind of show you what I mean. And when it dries, you can take it off and it'll be fine. But just to kind of hold my bantu knot. There you go. And then I just move on to the next piece and do the same thing. But what this does is this bantu knots at the end, it saves my ends from, sometimes you can get breakage from the perm rods just because of the hardness and the little teeth that's on there. But this just kind of saves my ends. So I like doing the little bantu knots at the ends. So I'm going to do one more. And then after that, I'm going to go off camera and finish the rest of my hair. So and just a standard twist, nothing fancy at all. And I'm going to twist and bantu my hair all the way around and Yeah. There we go. See, that one stayed. So, yep, and I'm going to finish this off camera and then I'll come back on. Okay, so I am back. I completed my whole head. I ended up having two that I had to put the bobby pins on the ends of because the bantu knot just wouldn't stay. And like I said, I'll leave that on there until my hair kind of dries, and then I'll take it off and it'll be fine. So just to give you a look all the way around, or at least as much all the way around as I can. Okay, so it's completely twisted. Look at the shine on my hair, you guys. That is from that cuticle being laid. Also, too, one thing about my hair is my hair grows really quickly up here and on the sides. My back always has a problem with growing, always has, even back here. So I'm kind of making sure that I twist this by itself and not stress it by gathering it with the other hair. I was doing that before. And I just kind of want to make sure I'm not stressing the nape area of my hair. So, good morning. So I am getting ready to take out the twist. My hair is really moisturized. I slept with my bonnet on, of course. And as you can see, I took out the bobby pins on these two. I think it was this one and this one after they dried because the bantu knot stayed. So I'm going to put a little oil on my hands, just a little bit. And I just have some olive oil and coconut oil and jojoba oil mixed in my coffee cup. Just to have a little oil on my hands is really a little too much, and I'm just gonna unravel my bantu knots. I just kind of twist them in the direction that I put them in, and they really pull out really nicely. The other thing I do when I take out my twist is, you see sometimes people come from up here and they just pull them down. When I do that, my hair gets tangled at the ends, and I'm sorry, I can't be losing length. So usually what I do is I untwist as I come down, and look at the definition of that. I'm sitting by the window, so I'm hoping that gives me some better lighting. But yeah, so everything is out. And now what I usually do is I begin to separate. And I kind of pull my twist out a little bit. That's really the only way I can tell. What I mean by that is I pull it like this. And that's really, here's one I missed. Okay, I'm back and everything's nice and separated. I had to go get a mirror and set it up because I just could not see you guys. I separated as much as I am going to because I didn't want to create a huge amount of frizz. I do want some frizz because, again, fine natural hair, right? And we need the frizz to kind of make our hair look bigger. But there's a fine line between frizz and it looks like you slept on your hair, in my opinion. And frizz, and it's just a nice hairstyle. So at this point, I have my handy dandy pick. It's not my favorite. I can't find it. I think my daughter has it. If you're watching this, bring my pick back. But and you just mainly just go for your roots. And you've seen it in a myriad of videos, I'm sure. But really, it's lifting the roots. And I kind of move the pick a little bit like this when I do that. Just again, fine natural hair, we tend to keep our parts more so than anybody. And because I don't really have the length to disguise the parts, so I really have to get in there and lift it. And then once I lift it, then I'll go back through and really place my hair. Because a lot of times when I'm lifting like this, then it kind of gets I don't know, uncombed look, you know what I mean? But so you see the difference between over here and over here. This side has been lifted, and I'll just go through and like fix pieces of where I want them to sit, right? So I'm just going to do the same over here. And I'm kind of using my hand, this hand here, to kind of feel if it's lifted to my liking, since I not really looking in the mirror. And this piece right here, see, that could be separated a little more, just a little bit, right? All right, so I've lifted this, and excuse me, I'm looking in the mirror. This piece right here, I don't know what it's doing, but kind of using my fingers too, because I can feel the parts as well. That can be separated. The ones in the front, I didn't mess with too much because I definitely don't want to lose the definition in the front. I got to fix this one that's now sticking up right here. And that's okay. I have my bobby pins with me if it doesn't, which is, of course, the natural girl's best friend. If it doesn't sit right. Here's one that can be split again. All right, and that's pretty much all the separating and the lifting that I'm going to do. So this is my twist out on fine natural hair. And as you can see, the Bantu knots at the ends, this gave me some really, really beautiful curls. And it helps with the length retention, at least for my hair, because sometimes the little fine teeth that are on the perm rods aren't as gentle as they should be on my hair. And I'm trying to retain my length, you guys. I'm trying to grow this natural hair out. So any little thing that helps, and definitely doing the Bantu knots on the ends has helped with that, as opposed to dealing with the tiny teeth. I suppose you could use end papers, but by my hair being so fine, a lot of times they'll slide right off. So I tend to not use end papers. Now, as far as my edges are concerned, since my hair is coming forward, they're nice and covered. I don't slick my edges unless they're going to be out. Just to help again with length retention, even around the edge area. So it's nice and covered. I don't have to worry about that. And this, you guys, is my twist out for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's helped you